Okay.
And let me try to launch my Camtasia. It should be prompting you to upgrade all the time.
It does all the time, but right now it didn't.
Yeah, isn't that, yeah, it's weird.
Oh, no.
All right, so I'm going to open one of my lessons and share
There's
that. You see
purchase
it?
Camtasia. In the help, it says purchase Camtasia.
There you go. That's what I was saying in the help.
Yeah.
Perfect. So copy that number and you should be able to just paste it in. You should be able to paste that software key in there. It should, yeah, it'll say, do you already have a key? And let me know if it works. Because after we're all done, then you'll just let that thing, you'll have to reshare it. You'll click on the share button to, process it. And that's what you'll upload here, the final.
Okay. It's loading. It's very slow right now. I don't know why. But yeah.
Okay. I'm also going to give you something else in Slack. I think I can attach this thing. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me. Are you doing these lessons for Quick Labs?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Then hold on. I'm going to move this folder there. I got to move this folder. Okay. I put this folder in a client folder. So hold on. Let me move it.
Oh.
So your link might change.
Okay, that's fine.
Let me. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. All right. This is for after school programs, right? He said. You don't know what the video. Huh?
What did you say?
Is it for the lessons oh, ASP, yeah, after school lessons. Okay. Here we go. And move that folder here. Yep, move it. We'd like to move it. All right, so I meant to send you this new link. And this new link you can bookmark. Okay. All right. Share, change, editor, copy link. All right. Well, let me send you this.
So don't use that other link that you sent?
Oh, well, it's actually the same. I thought after I moved it, it would change, but it's actually the same. Google's all right. Okay. Yeah, you can bookmark that link.
Okay, here.
Yeah, you have access to it. Okay, I moved it, but it's good. Okay. All right. So let me walk you through just a couple small pointers today, and that's it. Were you able to upgrade? Are you good to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you won't have that watermark on it, and you'll have to, reshare. You'll have to reshare the lesson.
Okay. Well, I made it in like small sections, so should I just make it into one big video?
No, I like that small. That was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, no, that's perfect. I mean, because it was like 6 minutes or 5 minutes long or something. So that was great. And you did a lot during that time. So for a person who's never done this before, that's already going to be enough.
Well,
So,
the other
huh?
videos are like 1 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. And they're going to change a little bit because I'm going to make your job easy hard.
Okay.
I'm going to add some stuff to your stuff. All right. So let me send you this. Curlin said something. All right. Let me send you one more thing because you're going to need this for your videos, and you're going to need it for the video that you already shot. Okay, I'll give you this. Yeah, I'll give you this.
That's the logo.
You got it. So you're going to need to bring that into Camtasia, import that image,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to use that on every video. And you're going to put it in the bottom left corner of every video.
Okay.
And you're going to adjust the opacity so it doesn't cover up much. You're going to adjust the opacity by like 60%, so you can just barely see it. And the reason you're doing it in the bottom left corner is because when we dump these things over to YouTube, YouTube is going to automatically put our logo in the bottom right corner. So you don't have the double logos. But if we decide to use the videos a different way besides YouTube, then at least it'll automatically and already be in the bottom left corner.
Okay.
Not all the way in the corner. You want a little bit of padding around it. So that's what we'll talk about now. So let me do, now I'm going to do a screen share. Well, let me make sure my Camtasia plays.
Welcome educators to lessons.
All right, so there we go. Uh-oh. Could you hear that? What I just played?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me, so let me double check. So you can hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let me go ahead and screen share and show you a couple little things here. All right, so can you see my Camtasia?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Okay, so obviously you know how to import images into a video, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna basically just kind of import this bad boy. You're going to, like drag it into your scene. You'll make it smaller so it goes in the bottom left corner, but not all the way in the corner like that.
Mm-hmm.
you know, so give it a little bit of padding. Uh-oh, I'm not sure what I just moved there. So we'll make it smaller. And then give it a little bit of padding. So the same amount of space that's on the left, you want to have that same amount of space on the bottom. So it's even. And you'll probably make it somewhere like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just real small, not too big, just small enough to kind of do that. And then before we go, I'll have you screen share just so I can see where you positioned it in yours. And then of course that logo will play throughout the entire video. So you have to extend it the length of the entire video. One thing that I like to do when I am in Camtasia, this right here, having my tracks at the bottom like this is very annoying to me. It's very, 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 very hard to edit, especially when I have to have a lot of tracks. So you already learned how to detach the tracks, correct?
Why do you have 31?
Because I do a lot of effects. I make Camtasia work. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you too, and then eventually you're going to have 31 also.
Okay.
But yeah, you might not have 31. You might have about 10, something like that. And I'll show you. So let's see. So you can, let's see. So right here, you can take your timeline and detach it by doing Control-3. And Control-3 will take your timeline and detach it. So you can do like a split screen. Can you see my timeline?
Yeah. Wait, no. Oh wait, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You see it floating right in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
All right, so I can't do it because of the way I'm sharing in Camtasia. But normally you could put your timeline, you know, do a split screen. So you have your timeline on one side and then your Camtasia video on the left. That way you can see more tracks, more of your track info at once. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually I'll have less tracks. So like this right here, for example, this is actually grouped. So this is a bunch of tracks also. And I can group them together so they all exist on one track. Instead of having it, you know, instead of having this spread out to 9 different tracks, well, I will have it spread out to 9 different tracks. And then once I have it just the way I want it, I just group it together. So over here, I just, you know, Control-G to group like I would in Photoshop or Illustrator. So I just group it and then it groups them all together into one track and then I'm good to go.
Okay.
All right, so I just put my track back at the bottom for now, just so everything will fit on the Camtasia screen. I could have done it another way, but I'd have to unshare then reshare again, which I'll do later. All right, so I'm gonna delete this out of here because I don't need this right now. Okay, so now we're gonna talk kind of like about structure just for a second. I'm gonna screen share something else too. So the first thing that I'd like to have you do is kind of, so when you're doing the lesson, the people who are doing the lesson don't really know what they're getting ready to learn, right? So what are we doing today? And first you want to start off announcing what the lesson is. And you can kind of see here how I'm talking about today's topics. So I'll outline what we're going to cover today. I'll talk about that first, and then I'll get into the lesson. So they always can go back to what they learned in that lesson. So it kind of helps them. And I have this timed for like 25 seconds. So every single one of these that I do is 25 seconds. So in your example, you can just really show like the WordPress, the WordPress site, right? So if today's lesson is the footer, then you'll go to the WordPress site, scroll all the way down to the footer, and then you'll just your intro will just talk about, hey everyone, this is Gabby. In today's lesson, we're going to cover the footer. We're going to learn how to do a copyright. We're going to add it to the bottom, and we're going to center it. So let's get started. And then you just say something like that all in like 25 seconds.
For each of the videos, like the small ones? Okay.
Yes, because each video is still a lesson though, you know what I mean? And it intros what they're going to cover. Once you have your first one set up, like I do here, when I'm done with this video, so this is like lesson 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm done, I just go to File, Save As, and I save it as lesson 8. Then I go in and strip out all the stuff I don't need, but I keep my intro in so I can just change it. And that includes my background music and stuff, so I don't have to re-add my background music and all that too.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just show you just kind of how it plays. So you'll see my description, my intro, and then my lesson. It's broken down into those 3 parts. So let me just play it.
Welcome educators to lesson 7 in digital videography. In this lesson, we're going to cover shooting videos from iPhones and Androids. We're going to go over the pros and cons about shooting a video from a smartphone. We're going to go through the process of actually uploading our videos to Google Drive and then importing those videos into Adobe Premiere. Let's begin.
So the music kicks up a little bit, kind of gives a title or a heading for that lesson. And then I start the lesson. And that runs for like 12 seconds.
Phones, phones, phones. It's finally okay to use phones in the class. So in this lesson, we're really talking about...
So then that's how, and then I get into the lesson, right? So first I talk about the agenda for the day, what we're going to cover. Then I have a little intro, and then I start the lesson. So for you, I wouldn't worry about doing the song intro or whatever, but at least go over what you're going to cover first. So yeah, don't worry about doing this part, but at least do a screen capture of the WordPress page, because you should already have it done. Did he give you a completed version?
Of the WordPress page? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you can always go to that completed version and show them what we're going to build. And when we're done, it should look like this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll show them how to do it. So let's get started, and then you get started.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And I have a lot more in here. Like I'm covering, this smartphone stuff that they'll need. It's a little glitchy. So then I show them how to connect it all up. Then I have these animated arrows that pop in. So I'm using a lot of different tools. I got animated arrows that point to certain menus and stuff like that. In this video, which way they should shoot a video, how to rotate their phone, right? So I got a lot of layers because I'm bringing in different things. So this is actually, the phone is actually like right here.
Oh.
Right, you know what I mean? So the video is not in the phone. Mm-hmm. It is a video that'll play in the phone, but it's not actually on the phone. So I'm layering it so they know, how their phone should be situated. and then my ending and all that stuff, right? So I have the audio set up to play really loud when that intro comes in, and it fades out when I talk, then fades back in at the very end. So this is kind of like one example of one video. Let me open up another project. And this one has, let's see, let's try lesson 5 maybe. So am I still screen sharing, or did it go?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what do you see on your end?
The Camtasia, but I think it's frozen.
No, it's loading.
Oh, okay.
It's
Then
loading
yeah,
the
Camtasia.
next lesson. I hope. It looks frozen to me too. There we go.
Yeah, there it goes.
So can you see Camtasia?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. It went widescreen on you, didn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So let me try this then. I wonder if this will work. I'm real curious. Do you see my tracks? No?
No.
Okay, all right. That won't work then. All right. let me put my tracks back. Okay. All right. So in this video, let me see. That's kind of like one pointer. To start off by having an intro of what you're going to cover in that lesson. That's kind of like the first thing. I'm going to show you one other thing. So do you know how to do these keys in Camtasia?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it, but I was just wondering. All right. So this is going to be your friend, the Zoom.
Mhm.
So when you're actually editing your video and you're showing people how to click on certain things are so small that you need to zoom in to show them what it looks like. So let's try to do that here. Going a little slow, just so I can show you, and then I'll show you how to do it. All right. So I'm going to hit play.
I'll just click on this video. It'll
See,
give it the exact same name. And maybe I'll just say my first video for YouTube. So my first video for YouTube.
and then I zoom out. So I want to show you how to do that because I want you to get really, really skilled at zooming in on, especially when you go to like a menu or you're on the left side of WordPress and you want to show them how to click on something. And I'll let you use this at your own discretion. You don't need to overuse it like I do. I overuse it, but where you think it's necessary. When you know that it's something really small on the screen, I want you to, just kind of be aware of that in the back of your mind.
Mhm.
Huh?
Oh no, I was yeah. I was just agreeing.
Okay, so let me try to zoom in on something. I'll do it right at the beginning here. So this is the beginning of the video. I'm just
Welcome
talking.
educators to lesson 5 in digital videography 101. In this lesson, we'll be learning how to.
So here's the beginning, right? Nothing's happening here, but I'm going to zoom in on something. And I'll zoom in on this Fresno Unified logo. So if you look right here on the left side, you'll see where it says animations. And I don't know why they call it animations. That's a weird thing to call it because this is really kind of like animations here. These contain some animations as well. So I'm not really sure why this is called animations. So when you get to a certain part in your video where you just kind of record as, so when you shoot your video, you just record as normal. You don't do anything different. You just keep talking, keep teaching. And then sometimes, there'll be a pause point where I'll say, so click here on the edit menu. Then I'll pause for 2 or 3 seconds. Because I know when I go back and edit, where did my video go? I know when I go back and edit, I'm going to zoom in right there. So I give myself a little pause after I say it, then go back to finishing my stuff, because I'll do an edit in there. Where did my video go? All right, there we go. I don't know how my video went away. All right. So all you do is just grab one of these corners, bottom left corner, top right corner, and you just simply zoom in on the area you want to zoom in on. That's it. And usually down in your tracks, you'll see, it's hard for me to do it since I'm in Camtasia, it's harder. I think I locked the track. Sorry, so in Camtasia, in your track, let me see if I can expand it. You'll see that it creates this little arrow right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can extend and shorten how fast it takes for the zoom to take place. So I don't want it to zoom in real fast, then I make it short. And that'll be weird. So watch me play this.
Welcome educators to lesson.
It was so fast, did you even see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so just watch the video screen, you'll see.
Welcome educators to
So it only does it for a short amount of time? Okay.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's way too short. So I usually like grab the tip and I stretch it out till it's like one second and 20th of a second. So basically like almost 2 seconds. And you can, when you go back and watch this video, you'll see that there's a 1:20 in here. It might be hard to see. I don't think you can see my duration, can you?
Yeah, I can see it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a little tight, but you know, so I'll do it to like where it's like 1/20th, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a fraction of a second, it's 1 second and a 20th of a second. Somewhere around there. It doesn't have to be an exact number, but somewhere where it looks smoother. So here's what it looks like now that I've extended it to a little over 1 second.
Welcome educators to lesson 5 in digital videography.
All right, so you can see what that transition looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot smoother.
Welcome educators to lesson 5 in digital videography.
And then when you're ready to zoom back out, you can just simply click on this scale to fit button right here. So do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll click on the scale to fit and it'll fit the window back inside the entire screen.
Okay.
But that will also be a zoom. So I can come over here and extend it to however long I want that to be. And you can see those 2 arrows at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to hit play and you're going to see it zoom in and then casually zoom back out also.
Welcome educators to lesson 5 in digital videography 101.
So the zooming you can do right here inside Camtasia. And I use this a lot, especially when I know that I'm clicking on something real small and I know that if I want them to really get it, I want them to see it. And when they go to play it back, I want it to be easy for them to see as well. So just notice what I was trying to show you right here in Camtasia. And I asked you to take a look at the number.
Mm-hmm.
You tried to lean forward and see 1 second and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine someone else doing that in your video. You know what I mean? When all I really need to do is just zoom in. Because if I'm teaching you, you know, how to do this, and I want to talk about, yeah, just extend it out for 2 seconds or whatever. I want you to be able to see that, but it's so tiny that I would zoom in so the person who's visiting my site can actually see it easier. And then since I know I'm going to zoom in later in my edit, I'll say, okay, yeah, just grab the arrow and drag it out until it says 2001. and then I count to 3 in my head. 1, 2, 3. Then I let go, because I know that later I'm going to zoom in and show them what that menu looks like. And then I'll zoom out. And the user can always pause if they really need to take some time to like look at it. You know what I mean? So the first pointer is just kind of maybe just practice working on some sort of intro to talk about what the lesson's going to be for the day. 2, when you can, try to use the animation tool to zoom in and zoom out. I'm going to delete this. Another thing that you can do also is, you don't have to worry about doing this, but I just want to show you just because we're here. So let's just say I want to stay zoomed in, but I want to look at another part of the page. I'll click here. And then maybe I'll take this animation window while it's already zoomed in, and I can actually click and drag somewhere else on the page to show them something else. Maybe right here, number 5, future lesson. And then I can take this animation, whatever, I don't know. And now it'll do 2, one will zoom in, one will zoom out. The next one I did, when you drag that box somewhere else, it's called panning. I may want to pan the camera to somewhere else on my screen. Well, let's see what that looks like. And let me extend it too. So let's see what that looks like. So first we're going to zoom in, then we're going to pan, and then we could add a zoom out. Let's take a look.
Welcome, educators, to Lesson 5 in Digital Videography 101. In this lesson, we'll be learning.
All right, you can see that it'll pan, it'll do it auto, it'll just do it. It'll fill in the in-between parts automatically. All you need to do is just kind of put your window wherever you want it. But for now, I don't want any of these, so I'll just delete them. And then my video will play as normal. So I just wanted to show you that, but you don't have to do the panning, but zooming, I do want you to try to mess around with. So first, introduce the lesson so everyone knows what the objective is for the day. And it is a good idea to show them the outcome first. Then they know, because they can get lost in the lesson and they forget what they're learning in the first place. You know what I mean? So you always show them that first. Second, try to zoom in when you know you're working, or you want to show them like menus, drop-down menus, or how to get to some place on the page.
Okay.
And then the third one, which I'm going to do now, I'm going to share this with you. So I'm going to stop screen sharing on this part. Any questions so far?
No, not right now.
Okay, and you'll be able to go back and watch this anyway, so it'll be good. So now let me screen share this with you, because I think this is going to be important. And this is the last one. It's just 3 things. Which screen? It's going to be this screen. It's going to look kind of weird because it's on my vertical monitor, but it's going to look a little weird. All right. So this one you already know. It's just going to be straightforward. You see what's happening here?
Yeah, the folders. We're making new folders.
Right. Where we're saying, right, same place where we're making the folders, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you see all these tabs I have across the top?
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
Yeah.
Right? So whenever you shoot your videos, make sure you zoom full screen. Right? And I'm using Microsoft Edge right now, so it's not Google Chrome, so this looks a little bit different. But go full screen once you're in WordPress, so they only see WordPress. You don't want to show all your tabs and stuff. I mean, you could just make sure you have that tab on a window by itself, not with a bunch of other tabs in there too. So you could just make sure you pull it out onto its own tab or its own window. but I recommend trying to do everything in WordPress, you know, everything in WordPress full screen. That way
Mhm.
it even gives a much more professional look because your whole lesson is full screen.
Okay. Yeah, I think last time I tried cropping it, like in Camtasia, but that
Yeah,
looks way better.
yeah, exactly. This is the way to do it so you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? So it'll be done all by itself. And when you're done at the very, very, very end of the video, and I didn't notice this with yours, but I think you already mastered it. When you're done at the end and you say, all right, everyone, thank you for this lesson. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Then you count to like 3 in your head again, like 1, 2, 3. Then you go and you hit like the pause button or the stop button for Camtasia because you don't want them to see you doing that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you just kind of like, all right, so we're going to click on this folder and we'll work on this folder next week, everybody. And you stop your cursor and you're like, all right, everybody, it was great, whatever. I'll see you in the next lesson. 1, 2, 3 in your head. Then you go and close Camtasia because that'll give you enough to cut out at the end of your video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't see you actually move your mouse and hit pause. So we're trying to make these bad boys as professional as we can with the tools we have to work with. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So really just those 3 things. So work on like an intro, try to use the Zoom tool, and when you're actually in WordPress, try to make it full screen. And you can even make it full screen, and then on your keyboard, you can hit Alt Tab, and you can jump between WordPress and something else if you want to. Because you may even want to have, so even when you're at full screen, you can still go to the top of the screen. All your tabs will drop down. So let's just say you wanted to have the back end of WordPress and the front end of WordPress, and you wanted to show them the back end and the front end. Hey, let's see what that looks like. You can still, let me screen share again. You can still jump back and forth. It's full screen, so it looks so clean. All right, so can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so even though this is full screen and it's nice and clean, I can still go to the top and then get to other tabs if I wanted to.
Mhm.
You might want to have the back end of WordPress and then the front end of WordPress on 2 different tabs. So if you wanted to do that, then when you pull away, it goes back to full screen.
Oh, okay.
Were you able to see those tabs drop down?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So that is something to kind of consider. You know what I mean? That you can go full screen, but before you start your lesson, open up 2 tabs in one window. So the back end, front end, you can say, you might even say, so let's see what that looks like. And then you check the front end and see what it looks like. And then you can go back to the back end and it goes back to full screen.
Do you know which controls to go back and forth? You know, switching from tabs.
Don't remember the controls to switch tabs. So what I do, I forget, hold on.
I can find them if you don't know.
Yeah, I have, well, let me show you this. So, so my job is easier. I use this. I have this custom keyboard thingy.
Oh.
And this custom keyboard is where I can set up, I can launch Photoshop, Illustrator, I can do whatever. And right now it's on like, here's like whenever I want to launch Photoshop, Illustrator, Slack, I have 2 Gmails, Camtasia. I just tap a button and it does shortcuts for me.
Oh wow, that's
I've pre-programmed these shortcuts. So I don't remember everything because I just tap a button. So as you're doing stuff, I'm actually here like tap, tap, tap. I can even tap a button to do a screenshot while we're in Zoom, for example. But I know Alt Tab is how you jump from window from program to program.
Oh, okay.
But I recommend just open up Chrome and only have 2 tabs in Chrome. The back end of WordPress and the front end of WordPress. You know, the preview that. And then that way you can go to the front and back just by going to the top let the menu slide down, and then jump to the preview. And see what it looks like. Scroll around. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back to the back end of WordPress. Go to the top, let the menu slide down, and then go back to the back end. Just do that, because whenever I do Alt Tab, then it shows all my programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
See how when you press Alt Tab, it shows all your windows?
Yeah, I just did that right now.
Yeah. So I try to not do that, because in Camtasia, then I'm trying to go edit that part out.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I'm hopping screens, I don't want them to see that. I just want them to see just those two. I try not to if I can, but even if I do, that's still okay too, because I know I can crop it out in Camtasia.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. Any more questions?
How do I get access to this recording? The Zoom meeting recording?
No, I told you I'm going to put it in Slack.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I'm going to upload it to YouTube first, and then put the link in Slack.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So can you screen share your Camtasia with me, so I can see you put that Quick Labs logo in there?
Yeah.
Unless you already did it.
Did I do it?
Let me make sure you can screen share. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, see, and your screen is so small.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If your screen is so small, I'm sure sometimes having those tracks down there can be challenging.
Yeah.
So, but I actually have a long curved monitor, and then I actually have two monitors also, so I can move certain things to a different monitor. So it would be cool to connect a separate monitor to your Chrome or your Surface Pro.
Oh my gosh, this is loading so slow.
No, it's okay. It's video stuff. It's not fast, Video stuff. Uh-oh, did it crash?
No, it's. I see it. Do you see it?
I see it now. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, and then.
So then obviously you're going to create a new track at the very top, and then that thing, you'll stretch it out to fill the whole video. Isn't that great? I mean, that's why I had to pull my track out, because it's too much. You don't even know how long it took me. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, so here's the best practice. Instead of dragging it in your scene, drag it down into track 4. So hit delete. Now drag it down to track 4. There you go, and pull it down and pull it all the way to the beginning, and stretch it out. Oh, your playhead's not there. Yeah, you might have to move your playhead a little bit first. There you go. Then scale it down. So if you drag it straight to the track, it'll center it, and then you can do all your stuff.
Okay.
So now you go to the video, and then grab the corner and scale it down. And do you know how to adjust the opacity?
I do not.
Okay. And then make it a little bit smaller, maybe about, just smaller.
That small or smaller?
Maybe a tiny bit smaller. Yeah, right there, right around there somewhere is good.
Okay.
It's okay if it overlaps stuff. That's okay because you're going to adjust the opacity anyway. All right. So now, wait, hold on, wait. So do you see on the right side that green properties button?
Yeah, right here.
There you go. Just click that.
Oh, and the opacity.
There you go. Yeah, go lower, maybe 25 or 20. Real low. Maybe 20. Yeah, nice and subtle. There you go. Perfect. So now click away, yeah, you can close the properties if you want. So now click, anywhere in the track to deselect the track first. There you go. That way you can just take a look at it without the boxes around it. So it'll be in this same position on all your videos. So for your next lesson, you don't have to do this, but I recommend saving this as the next lesson and then delete out everything except the logo and your background music. And then so that way your logo is in the same position every time and your music is set every time. You don't, oh goodness, that's what I got to do. Okay. That's the other thing. Now you have to kind of scroll up and then stretch that logo out through the length of the entire video. You don't have a mouse, do you?
No. Well, we do, but I don't. We lost the little connector to the mouse.
Okay. So we need to get you a mouse too. Oh my goodness. Okay. We need to get you a mouse. Yeah. You can always detach the logo, the tracks, so you can detach them. That way you can see more tracks at once.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the window at the top to edit or modify, I'm sorry. I think it's modify at the very top next to edit.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think it's modify. No, go back to edit. Nope, go to view. And timeline, go down to timeline and detach track. So control 3. There we go, control 3. So for me, I just kind of press a button on my little Stream Deck and it just does it.
Oh.
Then you can extend how high it is. You can also drag it to the right side of the window. Drag it, yeah, grab the timeline and drag it all the way to the right side. Boom. There you go. And then click on that. Then, wait, it didn't split screen.
Like
there
that?
we go. That's split screen. And you can grab the middle line and kind of shift it over more. Yeah. And this is easier if you have multiple screens, but it's kind of hard. It's so annoying to kind of try to scroll up and down when you can only see 2 tracks at a time,
Yeah.
That gets crazy. So, and I'm sure this is not easy because you don't have a mouse either.
It's fine.
No, it's not. We'll get you a mouse. We had 100 mice. So we did go pick up all the mice from school. So we got all the mice here.
Oh.
So we'll get you another mouse, one that's wired and you don't have to worry about losing the parts.
Oh, okay.
So see if it's easier, or just make the track full screen. Click on the track and make it full screen for now. And you can always do control 3 to, yeah, because see, you made it go too long. So, unless your music track is that long.
No.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And scroll to the beginning, because I think you have it. There you go. You want it to start there?
Yeah, because this is just like a little introduction, but I know you have one already.
Huh?
It was an introduction, like Quick Labs, because I didn't have your guys' introduction.
Oh, well, I don't remember it. Let me see it, your intro. Yeah, you did Control 3.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's what. See, I can't remember.
Ah, that's so okay. That's
Oh,
yeah,
okay. You made one. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Some reason I don't remember seeing that. I saw your whole video too. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good for now, though. Okay. Yeah. Then the logo will come in after that. And then every now and then I'll give you some more tips and pointers. You know how to do a few things, but that's all I want you to focus on for now.
Okay.
So now when you're done, after we get off, you share this video, and then in that folder you're going to put all the assets, the final video, any of these graphics you use, background music, and the Camtasia file. You'll put all that stuff in there. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so do I get rid of the introduction? And then I also did that.
No,
Oh,
hold on. I don't think you need to get rid of it. I think it's okay. I want you to. That's fine. So what you might do now, since you've already shot all the content, right? So it's all done. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So now select. You can still have that little intro, but maybe you can add the the description of the lesson before that.
Oh, okay.
So why don't you
Mhm.
do this? Select all the tracks except for that intro. Select all the tracks except for that intro. I mean, all
And
the
the
way to
audio.
yeah, all the way to the scroll up, so you can select the logo and all those tracks.
Wait, what?
There you go. So
Oh,
scroll up a little, yeah, and then select the logo too.
okay.
Perfect. Now Control G.
Oh, and then does it group them?
Even better.
Ah, I see.
Perfect. And then all you got to do is just click. So now you can grab everything and slide it over a little bit. You know what I mean? So you can do the intro in front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So you can keep it all in there. And this
Uh-huh.
makes it easier to grab a bunch of stuff at once.
Uh,
Now, take your intro and slide it over and make it touch. No, take your intro and slide it to the right. All the way over, all the way. Boom. And then in the beginning, this is where you discuss what they're going to learn today.
oh,
So
okay, in the beginning. Okay.
yeah, in the beginning, you start off by saying, "Welcome, everybody. You know, in today's lesson, we're going to cover this. So let's get started." And then you have your intro you created, and then it goes right into the lesson. So you kind of did what I did. You like the dancing letters part that I did. That's kind of what
Mhm.
you did here. So you kind of did it. You did the exact same thing. You just didn't have the description of the lesson in the beginning.
Yeah, I think I did that for like the very first video. Like I did an introduction and then how to get the pictures from Google Drive. But it was just one video. I didn't put it for all of the videos.
Oh yeah, you'll do it. Got it. You'll do it for every one because each lesson you're going to do something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you'll do one for each one. Again, it only needs to be like 20 seconds. It doesn't need to be long. I kind of time myself, you know, to make sure that I do it, you know, consistently every time.
Mhm.
So you should be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to do that. And even if it goes a little longer or whatever, now you know how to move all the other tracks out of the way and then slide it back together once you have it done.
Yeah.
So you don't need to redo anything. You're just adding something new.
Yeah.
So for right now, hit Control S, make sure you save. Because I hate for you to lose all the work. All right, perfect. And when you share it, just share it out. I think that's it.
So wait.
Very top. You could share it to Google Drive. Huh. I wonder if that'll.
Should I just do it right now to see what happens?
Well, no, it'll take a while because your video is. Well, your video is short. That's right. Well, you can give it a try. It's going to ask you to log into your Google Drive and all that. Give it a shot. So you can upload straight to YouTube, Google Drive, Vimeo, but I notice sometimes when I do that, it glitches out. So I guess browse to the folder. Oh, browse to the folder. Oh, cancel. You have to browse to the folder you want it to go in.
Oh. Thanks.
There you go. And shared with me on the left. There you go. Double click. Everything will go in that folder. Perfect.
Okay.
And normally this is lesson 1. Yep. And then you'll create next time you'll create another folder for lesson 2, lesson 3, and so on and so on. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so you have Microsoft Edge. Both. You have the old version and the new version on here. You like Grammarly?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Good.
helps a lot when I was writing.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yours is 4 minutes, so I guess it shouldn't take that long. My videos are, I try to get them shorter, but they're like 20 and 30-minute lessons.
Oh wow.
I think my shortest may have been 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was like the first night I was doing it, it was kind of hard because I'm not familiar with WordPress, but the next day everything went well. I think I was just doing too much in one night.
Yeah, and that can happen a lot.
Yeah.
That can happen a lot. This might take a while, even though it's only 4 minutes long. And then I'll see if it starts uploading in here. Yeah. And then all of the files that you have saved on your computer, just take all those and then dump them in this folder.
Okay.
And then once you Slack me to let me know the finished videos in Google Drive, then I know that I can add it to YouTube, and I'll add it to Quick Lab's YouTube page.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then I organize all the lessons into libraries or playlists. So then I have all the stuff in different playlists on the back end for Quick Labs. And then that way you can keep your computer clean.
Yeah, it's already glitching too many times.
Do you know how full your hard drive is?
No.
Yeah, right now it's doing pretty good. Consider you have Camtasia running and Zoom running.
Mm-hmm.
And then normally Chrome is a memory hog. So you have Chrome running and you have Microsoft Edge running. That's a lot of stuff. And that's whenever you're shooting a video, that's a lot to have running. And I would try not to have all that stuff running when I'm shooting a video. But it seemed to do pretty good though.
Do you know if Camtasia is available on the iPad?
I'm gonna say no. I do not know.
Okay.
I don't think so though, because it's designed. It's not designed for an iPad.
Oh, okay.
There's other video editing things on iPad, which you already know. you know, and it's
Hmm.
just not really. I'll do a quick search.
Yeah, because it's my mom's gonna be starting school soon, and then I'm gonna be starting school soon. So we're gonna both be sharing the computer. So
Oh,
I'll probably be hogging it the most of the time. So that's why. But I'm
oh,
sure
you
that
okay?
yeah, I just dropped something, but it's fine. Pick it up. Okay.
Yeah, they have something else. They have something else which is really, really powerful, actually. So if you wanted to show students how to do something from their phone, Camtasia will. You can record what you do on your phone, and it'll. It's crazy. You connect Camtasia to your phone. I think you scan a QR code, and it'll automatically dump the screen, everything you did on your phone, into Camtasia on your computer. It's sweet. It's very, very sweet. It's a great way to show someone, how a web. It's just great. I was shocked. It's called TechSmith Capture, but I don't think they have. Yeah, Camtasia. They have, yeah, a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, this is gonna. You can see the green status bar at the very bottom. It's on. It's not. It's almost 25% done. So
Uh, let me share the screen again.
oh, okay. So it's still going.
It's almost done.
It's almost done. Okay. I mean, well, we don't have to necessarily wait for That's going to take a while. We
Mhm.
can just kind of let it run, and then I have this Google Drive open, so once it starts to upload, I can see it in Google Drive.
Okay.
And this will be a good test. You know what I mean? And once I see it, I'll check it out. I'll delete it because you're still going to do that intro, and then we're good to go.
Okay.
Well, this is a good test just to see if it goes. So I forgot that's what we were doing. Just letting it load. Um, yeah, your Surface Pro is doing pretty good considering it's got all that stuff running. So that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are gonna be sharing one computer,
Yeah.
and all your
Well,
classes are gonna be online, right?
yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be a challenge. So let me ask you this. This might not be a good solution. Yeah, you both are going to need it for everything, right?
Yeah. But I think she's only taking one class. So,
Is it Zoom?
yeah.
So let me ask you this and just tell me what you think. This is Learn Steam also. It's Quick Labs and Learn Steam. So what if we, how long is our class till? Is like a college class?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least,
Probably like an hour.
well, I didn't mean that. I meant, do you know if she's taking a semester, a couple years?
Oh, just a semester. Yeah.
what if I see if she can use one of our Learn Steam Chromebooks? So since all she's doing is Zoom, she uses a Chromebook to do Zoom, and then you keep using that for editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would work. I could ask her. I could see what she's gonna do first, and then I'll ask her.
Yeah, because that's the last thing you want to do is kind of get in the way, or we need stuff. I think I have, I mean, we have like 20 laptops in here. So she can borrow, one of the Learn Steam laptops. It's a Chromebook, so it'll,
Yeah, I'll ask her.
I mean,
I'll ask her in a bit.
yeah. So if she just needs to borrow it for a semester so she can get through her class while you use that,
Mm-hmm.
it's an option. It's an option. I figure that'll, it could help with you guys trying to share.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how easy that's going to be when you both need it for certain things.
Yeah, I don't even. I can ask her because her and my sister they're going to Fresno City to take a class,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to Fresno State. So I think I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They signed up for fun.
For fun. Okay, that's cool too. Maybe when you get older, you'll do that too. Go to college for fun.
Ooh.
What's your major again?
Business, pre-business right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well then, I think for now, maybe I'll stop this video for now.